My sister says she needs $50,000 of my inheritance to take care of our mom. But the thing is, she's not even close to kicking the bucket. So am I the asshole for saying nah?
You trying to get an advance on your inheritance? Like,
Why are you trying to like preempt taking care of your mom? My sister Kay, 68, has always been an F-up. Dozens of dead-end jobs, married drug dealers, credit card debt out of the yin yang, filed for bankruptcy.
sounds like a great life.
Sounds like a resume, bro. 10 years ago, she moved back to her hometown after 30 years of being AWOL to care, quote unquote, for my mom who was 85 at the time. Mom was fully functional, handled her own finances, shop, cooked, etc.
That's pretty good. 85. Go mama.
Go mama. That sounds like she can handle a lot more than just herself, honestly.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Kay moved in, and I found out later she doesn't pay for anything. No rent, utilities, cable, her cell phone, groceries, gas for her car. I asked Mom about this, who survives on Social Security and a few investments, and she got defensive and told me she wanted to do this for Kay, so I shut up. You want to give all your money to a deadbeat lady?
It's your kid.
Fast forward 10 years into the future.
Everything is chrome.
We found out Mom asked Kay to handle the bill paying without anyone's knowledge. Starting about 3 years ago, Kay set it up all online. Mom wrote checks, never learned to use a computer. The reason this came to light was my other sister, Beth, thought with Mom in failing health, someone should be added to her bank account legally. Turns out, decades ago, Mom added me as joint account holder. I had forgotten. Cue the music. Open the floodgates. I reviewed the account. Turns out Mom has been paying Kay $500 a month, totaling over $50,000. In addition to covering all the expenses, mortgage, utilities, etc., including Kay's car insurance, medical expenses, haircuts, all personal stuff, including maid service. Did I mention Kay is a slob? Didn't even clean her place.
Wow. Come on.
Pedicures, vet bills for her dog, craft supplies, etc. Needless to say, I was floored. Not that that wasn't enough since Kay put everything online, but she has been going wild with Mom's credit cards. About $1,400 a month on fast food, liquor stores, Amazon, etc.
Oh my God.
Beth and I insisted Kay cancel all credit cards, provide us full access to the accounts, passwords, etc., including Mom's stock account. Now, here comes the real drama.
Oh, the real drama.
Bruh. All this drama wasn't enough. We're talking about the real drama. Since 2013, there were 40 dividend checks totaling $30,000. Only 2 were deposited. I'll assume Mom was giving Kay the other checks since until 2020, Mom handled her own finances. When Beth asked Kay about these checks, Kay says Mom cashes them and keeps it in a drawer to buy gifts and things. Ridiculous. When I asked Kay about the $500 a month checks, her excuse was, Mom helped me out when I was out of work. Kay got fired from the Home Depot and started at Target 2 weeks later. Mind you, these checks were written for 8 years.
Wow.
Sorry for the long post, but when all is said and done, when Mom dies, can Beth, who is power of attorney, exclude Kay from receiving a portion of the money market funds to compensate for all she's received over the years? Beth set this up after discovering what Kay did. Beth has right of survivorship on it. Mom's will says everything is split 5 ways to all of my siblings. Thanks for listening and advice.
Wow. My God. This is one where you don't think it can get worse, but then it gets worse. I don't know. I guess the question is, what should/can OP do here, right?
Is it fair to take away the money, the $50K that was spent by the sister? I think so. Yeah, right. It's just like, you spent $50K, we're going to take it out of your future inheritance.
Oh, yep.
I don't know. What would you do in this situation? Like, it seems like there was a little bit of foul play. It seems like Kay was pretty terrible in how she took advantage of the mom.
Yeah.
But it seems like also the mom was okay with it happening. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you do in this situation if you were OP? Let us know your answer below.
Let's get into this next one.
Let's do it.
I inherited my rich grandpa's entire fortune, and my family just found out that they got nothing. I am not sharing. Am I the a-hole?
They don't deserve it, and you deserve it all.
My grandpa had stage 4 lumbar cancer and was in hospice for the last few weeks of his life.
Lumbar? Damn. So cancer really did throw his back out.
My family was mostly not involved with hospice during this time. Anyways, we found out that grandpa had cancer 2 years ago. My family started to act like lunatics, but not in the way of concerned family members, but like performative assholes. which we've seen on this show.
We love performative ass.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at 2 of them.
That's right.
Hey, yo.
Ho, perform, go. The only ones really caring were my cousins and I. You know that movie Knives Out? It's like that. Every conversation, they brought up the will and asked him to give him their share as to avoid paying inheritance tax. Bro, before my man's even gone, they're like, just give me my inheritance right now. Then, when the cancer progressed, he said he didn't want any interventions and just wanted to live his last months in peace. Yeah, you didn't want all of your family harassing you to give them money.
Yeah, can you f off?
Because there had not been any adjustments to the family will, my family was pushing for a court order for further treatment. While that was happening, my aunt moved herself into the house. My cousin later told me it was so she could make claims on the inheritance after he was gone.
Yikes.
My God. She is not a medical professional, but she made him go keto or paleo. He was too weak to fight her on that. Bro,
why are you making the man go keto right before he dies?
So my cousins and I started to go over and take him out, but instead of
take him out. So my
like
cousins wanted
on.
to end this shit right now. Take him out.
But instead of taking him just to the park or something like that, we would take him out to see horses, the cinema, pubs, etc.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Basically, he had a bucket list, and we would sneak him out and do that. It's very sweet. We would also sneak in the foods that he wanted. And the night before he went into hospice care, we shared a few glasses of whiskey with him and a cigar.
Nice.
Cute old man activities. Right? That night, he told us that we would be the sole inheritors of his estate.
Wow.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They're actually treating him good.
Dude, low key, all you got to do is treat them really well right before they die, and then you inherit everything.
With our oldest cousin being the executor of the estate. He asked us not to say anything. He just needed us to sign something. He passed a week after that. When our parents got wind of the situation and that they were only being given $5,000 each, all hell broke loose. Our parents are all really mad at us. They have kicked us out and they're saying they're going to cut off contact with us if we don't do the right thing and give them what's theirs.
What is theirs? Because legally, it's just that $5,000.
Are we the assholes for not telling them about anything and not giving them their share? Wow. This is
juice.
So literally
there's some juice in this.
The grandkids basically, they actually cared about the grandpa, I think, and wanted to send him off
and
right.
didn't care about his money, dude.
And all of his children were basically like, no, let's just let him die.
Yeah, come on, quick. Also, putting him on keto is just going to make him live longer. Give him freaking burgers and ice cream. Like, actually let him live.
She's double failing.
Yeah,
he's going to hate her and he's going to live longer.
I know. Like the kids did it right. They gave him everything he wanted and gave him things that will make him die. Whiskey, hookers, cigars.
The trifecta.
Things. They really were speed running that shit.
The crazy thing to me though, like this just shows you, I mean, the parents are giving dirtbags. They're saying they're going to cut off contact with their children if they don't get the money. Also,
it is his money, and to respect his dying wish, I think is the right thing to do.
100%. Could you imagine cutting off your own child because they got, basically all of the inheritance?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
It's the man's dying wish. This is why we make wills.
Yeah.
Because we want to know where this shit goes.
Here's the question, though, that OP was asking. Is OP the a-hole for not communicating that before the grandpa passed away?
That they would get everything?
Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments. But yeah, Sam, what do you think? I think no, too, right? Because even though it wasn't like the direct response to his wishes, he's just like, oh, I think the grandpa actually said explicitly, let me double check. He asked us not to say anything. Oh, so they were literally respecting his last wishes.
Literally biggest, not the a-hole ever. But I want to know what y'all think. Put your answers in the area below.
Speaking of things finishing out, Sam, you want to finish us with this last story?
I would love to finish everyone
Blow me out.
I'm going to blow your back out. Listener. Hey, baby.
Oh, God.
Listen up.
Cut it, Riley.
Is that back of yours
finish it
unblown?
Let it die in peace.
Let
this story end.
Let me insert something in to blow it out. And that's this next story. I'm cutting off my dysfunctional family and using the inheritance to start fresh. I'm not giving my family a cent. Am I the asshole?
You know, it's kind of nice when you're leaving a dysfunctional family to get some money to function.
This story actually comes from our subreddit r/okopshow, and it's posted by Panda Natural 1513. Also, this is written very well, so I appreciate you, Panda Natural.
We love great writers in our subreddit.
I, 23 female, am the youngest in what can only be described as a disastrous family.
Oh, God.
My mother is a severe alcoholic and has untreated bipolar disorder. Her explosive emotional episodes and phases of withdrawal have become a constant fixture of our lives. My father is virtually absent. Like, does he come in on Zoom meetings or something? What does that mean?
He's a sim.
But when he does grace us with his presence, he brings along a shadow of his gambling debts and the company of questionable characters.
Thanks, Dad.
My twin brothers, 27, are their own brand of calamity. One is spiraling in a devastating meth addiction, while the other hasn't stepped outside in 2 years due to a crippling gaming addiction.
Gaming addiction?
Bro, they're all addicted to different stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
And OP is addicted to posting on Reddit.
Oh, better than those things.
Amidst this mayhem, I've been working 2 jobs while also studying psychology in university.
You know what OP is addicted to?
Success! I'm a few months from graduating and have the chance to escape this chaos, but here is the controversial part. My estranged grandmother recently passed away and surprisingly left me with a sizable inheritance, enough to give me a fresh start far away from my family and their issues. However, it also feels like a lifeline I could use to help my family get them into therapy or rehab / pay off my father's debts. Despite this, I am strongly leaning towards cutting ties with them completely, using this inheritance for my own fresh start, therapy, and continuing education.
I love that.
The prospect of throwing myself back into the pit of my family's dysfunctionality terrifies me, and I fear it will consume me entirely if I don't distance myself. I don't know how big this inheritance is, but if it ain't like millions of dollars, I don't know if any amount of money is going to solve what's going on with your family.
You'd probably burn through it and be either at the same place or worse.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I would cut it and run.
100%.
But the guilt is overwhelming. Am I the asshole for considering leaving my family behind given their struggles when I have the means to potentially help them? How can I ensure they get the assistance they need while also safeguarding my own mental well-being? I appreciate any advice or similar experiences. Thank you, Reddit. Okay, I want to know what all of you think. Put your answers below. But John, what are your thoughts on OP's situation?
Man, I'm very curious to hear everyone's thoughts because I think this is definitely a tricky one. It seems like this threshold of dysfunctionality where it's just a lost cause and maybe OP's helped in other ways and it just didn't pan out to anything. If there is some I think there could be situations where a family member could be just before that and it's tempting to do it, but if we're seeing everything and understanding it as it is, it seems like the best thing to do is to move on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
right?
It's the whole thing. If you don't fill your own cup, you're not going to be able to fill anyone else's.
Yeah.
I think OP needs to really take care of themselves first.
Yeah.
And then maybe later they can come back in and help. But
yeah.
I don't think spending all your money on fixing your family, one, I don't know if it'll even help. And two, I think it is just going to suck your mental health in a way that will prevent you from helping your family in the future.
Yeah, because let's say OP had an extra $200,000 to split between them, right? Hey, I'm not gonna get dragged into this, but I'll give you this to deal with your problems. That will probably only exacerbate whatever's going on in most, especially the meth addiction.
Yeah,
so,
and the gambling addiction.
Woo! Got an extra $50,000. I'm up, baby.
OP, I think you got to get your shit together.
I think so. I think so. Keep doing you. Keep building yourself, OP.
Keep building yourself. And also keep building a relationship with us by maybe subscribing.
Ooh.
Have you thought about that?
Have you thought about it before?
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Maybe consider subscribing and stop just being such a tease.
How about you put a ring on it?
And or just thrust in with that little push.
Subscribe.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Do it.